Okay, well, in Washington today, the spotlight is on oil and alternative forms of energy. It is the National Energy Summit and International Dialogue. The conference is presented by the Council on Competitiveness, and DuPont Chairman Chad Holliday joins me now. He's the chairman of that Council on Competitiveness. And Chad, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Okay, we're going to be talking actually here at the Clinton Global Initiative a lot about energy, including climate change. What do you hope to achieve there at your summit?
Well, this is a two-year piece of work that we've carried out throughout the country, part of the Council on Competitiveness, to understand those very specific actions our country should take to stay competitive with energy as a focus. And so we have a 75-page document with a lot of specifics that's balanced between efficiency and new technology and training the workforce that we think, if they are implemented, can really propel the United States forward.
Now, you've called before for fast passage of a climate change bill, and last I heard, the consensus seems to be that it likely won't pass until the beginning of next year. Is that too late in your view?
Well, there's a critical international meeting at Copenhagen. I had the honor yesterday to lead a two-hour dialogue between 40 heads of state at the UN and 110 business leaders talking about the very question you ask. And what we believe it's important for the heads of state to understand, business is ready to lead. If we see the rules of the road and we see the new regulations, we have a number of things we can implement, but it's necessary for them to take the steps. So we are hopeful there'll be progress at Copenhagen, and then I think if it's early next year when the United States finally gets its final legislation, that will be fine. The issue is we've got to have a global dialogue and agreement, and the U.S. takes specific actions. And this is a very tough problem to solve, and we're encouraged that we'll find a way through it early next year.
Well, I would imagine that a bill like that is going to be able to increase visibility for a company like yours. So the fact that you may have to wait until sometime early next year, does that prevent you from doing things at your company? Does that give you further lack of visibility?
We started our move toward a lower carbon company in 1990. We've made a 72% reduction in every project returned over the cost of capital, which is 12% by the way we calculate it. So we're very proud of what we've done. We will not stop taking those good economic steps along the way. But we've been waiting for over a decade for this. So if we can have it early next year, that'll be fine. But I think what you'll find is a number of companies who have been holding back will start to work as soon as the legislation's passed.
And Chad, you know, we've talked to a lot of CEOs on our program who've expressed confidence in the economy. Are you confident that the economy is bottoming out?
This recession is different than any one I've seen in my 30 years in business because of the global nature and the sudden nature that we fell about a year ago this month. So I think as we look at the economic data, it's certainly encouraging, and I think any reasonable set of economists would say that. But because this is so unique, I think we must keep focusing on the fundamentals and not get ahead of ourselves to build inventory too fast or assume we're going to come out in a rapid-fire order, because I think we will come out in probably a much different pattern we've seen before.
And Chad, you've just been appointed to the Bank of America board, so I need to ask you this. As you're starting to work on that board, what do you hope to achieve at Bank of America?
Well, Bank of America is a great institution. I think the name says for itself. I understand the data says that about every other household has some kind of relationship with Bank of America. I'm honored to be a part of the company. It's something I've admired for some time. I lived in Wilmington, Delaware, where their major credit card operation is, so I've known people for a long time, and I'm just starting, but I hope to make a contribution and look forward to working with them.
Okay, Chad, thank you so much for joining us. I was Chad Holliday, chairman of DuPont at the National Energy Summit.